Hallo Freunde der analogen Unterhaltung. Hier ist Jenny von den Brettspielpandas und ich darf hier bei uns im Studio Ren von Dragon Dawn Productions begrüßen. Wir switchen jetzt zu Englisch, da Ren kein Deutsch kann, aber ich denke, das ist kein Problem. So, Ren, what do we see here on the table?
Well, this is the first view of the German version of the Factor 42, our 2 to 5 player worker placement game set in a fantasy world which is filled with Marxistic dwarves. Everyone knows that all the dwarves are naturally Marxistic and they live in a steampunk society. And this is a game that depicts, factory life. It plays 6 days, 6 rounds.
Okay.
And the 7th day is for drinking.
Okay, dwarves are always drinking.
Yes, yeah. That's why it's easy for us Finns to create games about dwarves, you know.
Okay. Great.
Okay, so in this game, what you do is that first you are having a place in here for requisition. That means that you are filling out forms to government that, okay, send me coal, I need beer, there is need for mushrooms and so on. And depending on which position in here you are, you get to put things in the middle, for the common pool. You get to have a rosette and you get to skim something on the top, which is essentially, stealing from the government, but this is a nicer way to put it. And then you take something, the things that went into the common pool and you drop them in here.
Ah, okay.
All of those resources. And this is called the Tower of Bureaucracy. So something goes in and typically something goes out, but not exactly what you were expecting because, bureaucracy. Then you pack the cards in here. Each meeple gets to pack 1 to 4 cubes that actually fell out the bureaucracy tower into a cart. Then you smuggle something extra into the cards and then you actually ship it. And right now, for instance, we have a situation where the pink is packing a cart that is actually being shipped by the the beige player. So very likely they would like to have some sort of a discussion that, are you paying me something nice so that I pack something useful into the cart that you are about to ship, or do I just put the most awful scheisse in there? And then, well, that's your problem. After that, we burn anything that is left to create steam. The steam is common supply, everyone uses that. Then we have the Inventors Guild, where you can improve your game engine by having these marvelous, nice inventions like, I don't have an idea what is this?
Transportauftrag.
Yeah. Well,
Gib ein Bier und 2, was ist das? What's that?
Steam.
Gib ein Bier und 2 Steam aus, um 2 beliebige Eisenbahnwagen zu tauschen.
Oh, now I know what it is. It's a very nasty thing. It changes the situation of 2 different cards. It's nice for stealing someone else's card. So that's what happens in here. So you get to have one of those, but it's still face down at that stage. Then you can visit also the neighboring embassy. You remember this was a dwarven community, so you can visit the elven embassy. And the elves will provide you some additional goals that you can build in your factory. They are not exactly what your government wants, but they could be more lucrative and fun. Then you can also do some trading. Remember Marxistic society, so no money, but you can do straight trading. Trading routes are, of course, different every round, so so you really don't quite know exactly is gold valuable next round or not. It could be. So that's a little bit of unpredictability. And the last part of the main board is the accounting, which is essentially, cooking the bookkeeping so that you get some victory points and you provide some resources for the poor accountants. Everyone has also their own gaming board where you have the actual factory lines and a possibility for research, which you use to research these, or the standard improvements like the crane and the incinerator and warehouse expansions. So you have seen already the English version of this game. So what's different in the German version?
Yeah,
I think that's the important thing. So
are there any differences?
Yeah, we have been asked that you would need to have a place to move these cubes. So when things go through, you can actually move these cubes like this. This is much handier Earlier on, you had to one by one pick these out from here, and that.
And now you can use it like a shuffle. Okay, nice.
So this is one of those things that is new, and it's actually the whole tower is much more sturdy. What else is, of course, it's translated. Then we have these fancy new cards. That's the Pimp My Ride set. So you can actually have, instead of these cardboard cards, you can have.
Okay, there's some deluxe equipment that you can buy additionally.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is something that is available, and the black market. This is the black market add-on. So instead of the standard operate, this one, you can have a black market. This is a catch-up mechanism for the player who is last in the scoring. So it's allowing you to have a little bit of extra effort. And I think those are the most important things. Of course, there are a few small details like instead of purple cubes in here, we have now actual mushrooms here, which is, and beer is like a mug of beer and not a cube in print. So it's easier to see which cube is which. And some of the cube colors are also improved. Other than that, we found out that the game itself works really well, and we didn't need any changes in the game except the translation.
Very nice.
So we concentrated time to make some extra things. So we, for instance, did the Ukrainian promo deck.
Okay.
So we believe that it's exactly very wrong what is happening in Ukraine. Putin is an asshole, and we needed to support the Ukrainian people. So we did these. So instead of using the red events, we can use now properly colored events.
And it's additionally available, the deck?
Yes, and every single penny that we get out of the Ukrainian promo deck goes to Ukraine to help the people in there. Okay,
that's good to know.
Yeah, so this is Factory 42. We have a few copies left here in Berlin, and the German version and the upgraded English version, well, the same as the what you are seeing now in German, but in English, will be available in Essen, and you can pre-order it now in our website or from the GameFound. GameFound closes at the end of this month, so if you want to order via GameFound, please be, well, quick.
Yeah, be quick. Okay, nice.
Okay, so that's Factory 42 in a short.
Thank you. And we switch to the other game you bring along.
Yes, this is White Hat. And White Hat is a trick-taking game. It's essentially a reprint or redone edition of our earlier Black Hat. And unlike many other trick-taking games, this is actually meant for 1 to 6 players. We have a solo mode for a trick-taking game. I don't know that many other games that actually have solo mode, which are, well, working. And this one does. What it actually offers is that you play a normal trick-taking game with numeric cards like this, and you are wanting to win only the tricks that allow you to move in the game board the best. So it does mean that you don't want to win every trick, you just want to win the tricks that are benefiting your own, own game and own situation. Like with the earlier game, Factory 42, when I explained that some things have changed, well, in here, that's the case as well. These are new. So in the earlier game, you had only one end goal, but now you have several different ones. So you can either play it so that you shuffle the deck and don't show what is the end goal. So the end goal is only shown.
It's hidden and
only shown at the time when someone actually goes there.
Okay.
And we have more of these tiles. There are 5 places for these tiles in the table, so you can actually change your.
They're double-sided printed, right?
they are double-sided, and so you can place these in any of those 5 places, and with this you can make quite different gaming boards. The main game board also is 2-sided. So you have even more permutations on how do you want to play that.
Okay.
And also in this game we have the white hat of the Ukrainian colors. This one.
It's also a promo or it's included?
No, it's included.
Okay.
Because we thought that why not?
Yeah.
It's better that way. So you can choose one of those 3 white hat cards to play with. It's either one of the hackers or the Ukrainian worker. So up to you. Anyhow, this is a game of which we have seen like working for many years. It was back in 2015 when we did the first Black Hat.
Black Hat.
And now it's about sold out, so it's a time to do the updated version. Of course, the main point of this change is that we wanted to make also in a smaller size.
Yeah, the box is very thin. When you look at it, it's really small size.
Yeah, it can be shipped here in Germany as
and
it's called Packen.
Yeah, and there's not many air in it, I think. So
yeah, there is absolutely no air.
Yeah, that's perfect.
We had some real difficulties in like fine tuning how to fit all the components in.
Okay.
It actually meant that with the game board we had to shave a little bit of the cardboard thickness.
Okay.
So it was like 0.2 millimeter too thick, and when you fold it in 3, it's 0.2 millimeters, and we just couldn't fit it.
Okay.
So it
yeah,
was
the small things are important.
Small things are important, and also rule book had to be made out of thinner paper so that it actually fits.
Okay, the rule book is I think in 2 languages.
Yes.
English and German, or
yes, English and German. Yes.
Okay, and it's up to 6 players, I think, because 6 colors.
Yes. 1 to 6 players, and well, as with most trick-taking games, it's actually more fun when you have more players. But it can be played with one or 2 players. For 1 player, like I said, there is a separate solo mode, and for 2 players, we have the old kind of robot variation where you play essentially a 3-player game, and one of those is a robot that plays along with you.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah. Questions on either of the games?
Okay, you say in Essen it's available because I think when the audience is watching the video, BerlinCon is over.
Both of these games are available in Essen.
Okay, and pre-order and pickup Essen is possible on your homepage.
Pickup is not because it's so difficult to arrange that reliably.
Okay.
So what we have found out is that it's easier if you want to buy a copy in Essen, just go and buy. We should have enough copies in Essen.
Okay.
To not run out copies. Of course, if that happens, we are not complaining. Then situation is really good, but I think it's a little bit unlikely. We are having the almost entire production run in Essen. Because, God forbid, there could be some delays.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, well, China, it's
nobody knows what will happen.
Unpredictable, and at the moment it's a little bit difficult to get the games via train through Russia into Germany. So yeah, well,
but
you never
hopefully,
know.
Fingers crossed.
Yes, we have everything in Essen. That is the plan. Any other questions?
No, at the moment not. I think.
Yeah,
thank you for being here and for explaining both games.
Yeah. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, dann sage ich
Okay.
bye
See
bye.
you in Essen.
Wir sehen uns. Tschüss.